Hi, Raka. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's a pleasure to host you. If you can let us know a little bit about yourself and how is your experience at the conclave today?
Thank you so much. And about myself, I am a lawyer, a private practice lawyer from a law firm in Dubai, a Middle Eastern lawyer. I would say I have worked primarily 18 years in that region. My practice area primarily is intellectual property and data protection, which brings me here. And it's a pleasure. Definitely. While I currently do work in other fields, but then at the core of my practice area, it's IP and data protection. In terms of the conclave, I do need to congratulate Economic Times Legal for doing a wonderful job, as usual. I'm not surprised. But they have picked up on topics which are very, very current and which the world now needs to know and talk more. So, yes, that way it's very, kind of fulfilling to be a part of this.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your kind words, and it's the pleasure is all ours to have you. So, how do you see the future of AI in the legal domain?
Yeah. So I would say that I was just mentioning this to Mr. Manish from Microsoft as well, that AI definitely is one of the biggest boon that has happened to the tech world and to the current global, economy, because we are living and working in a very digitally generated economy. So we cannot really not kind of absorb AI as a part of that. When it comes to AI and legal, I would say it is something which needs to be embraced, taken the best out of it, and worked wholeheartedly in a very collaborative way. Because typically, one of the first things that can happen is the labor intensive work in the legal industry can be all given to AI. And the lawyers can still do the skillful works, which needs more thinking. And we do need to appreciate that AI works with feeds and inputs which comes from human intellect. So that's not going away anywhere, is what I would say. So it's more of a marriage happening between these two.
What are the ethical considerations surrounding the use of AI in legal context, particularly in areas like fairness, accountability, and transparency?
Yeah, that's a very good question. See, as much as AI definitely is one of the best innovation that has happened in the current time, we do need to be mindful of these kind of considerations. Distribution of harmful content is not something that has ever been encouraged, and definitely not in the age of AI typically being done again. At the same time, ethical considerations on copyright and infringement and the violation, because typically, to give you an example, that when something is being generated by AI, most of the time we would see that the copyright rights are completely owned by the user who's receiving it from the AI generated tool. Having said that, we do need to say that there has to be a balance. It cannot be that the AI tool do not have any obligation and everything goes off to the user. So that's something we need to be. The other consideration, definitely, the ethical consideration, definitely is on the levels of bias. So there is a lot of cases happening worldwide on a global level. In US, there has been a number of cases where bias is fed into AI tools in a way where it gives only a particular kind of output, and it only which is kind of highly dominated by racism and a few other inequality levels, which is definitely not something which will be very acceptable. So I think these are things which needs to be worked around. Most of the IT companies I work with or I interact with do tell us that as a corrective measure, what they do is, no matter what the developers develop in terms of AI, they still have a committee who do a cross check to make sure that these ethics are considered, they are taken off, and the AI is a cleaner AI, I would say. Least of these ethics being maintained.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your insights. Thank you for joining us.